Hi everyone. The poem I'm going to read for you tonight is a poem I wrote about 4 years ago, actually longer than that, but 7 years ago, soon after my daughter was born. It's called Politically Sound Love. Before I begin, I want to say a little bit about where the poem comes from. And of course, the poem belongs to the listeners, to the readers, also after it's put out there. But this is my attempt at understanding my own voice and putting out there what the impulses and context or intention was behind writing this. What a lot of my poetry does, as does this poem, is it tries to excavate and unpack certain received notions of desire and love and so on, received from society, which are often embedded in structures of power, heteropatriarchal power, and so on. So while it's an old feminist credo that the personal is political, very often we forget to unpack how the personal is indeed the political, how our love, desire, spaces like the bedroom, ideas of birth and marriage and conjugality, friendship, how are all of these ideas truly political, and how are they related to questions of power, and how do they become oppressive when they are presented to us and desired by us as something that is liberating and empowering. So how is it that they often turn into or become, or even in their representation are constituted as oppressive, and often become ways in which violence against women, against marginalized communities, women, girls of all dispositions, all sexualities are oppressed. And this is what the poem tries to ask after. And it tries to, it's a testimony, it's a testament, it's a manifesto, personal and political, and it tries to show a quest about looking for a form of love that is not necessarily oppressive but liberating, and one that speaks from a space of feminist and feminine, if you will, agency. So I will read the poem now. How to find politically sound love. Find love that doesn't sweep you off your feet. Those you will need. Find love that keeps you close to all that you loved before. Find love that doesn't replace your home. You always had one. Love shouldn't evacuate. Find love that will build more windows, make more room, more doors, add furniture, or hang a star in your old home. Find love that doesn't place conditions upon your soul, that doesn't destroy that which you have taken years to hone. Find love that doesn't own you, your body, your bone. They are yours. They shouldn't ache in love. They should hold you up so you can arch with pleasure. They shouldn't break in love. Find love that doesn't make you erase your past, slap your friends behind their backs. Find love that doesn't justify hurt by saying you asked for it, that it's your fault. Find love that admits to occasional wrong, not one that violates you on, and then tells you with a smirk that it takes two, meaning it's always you. Find love that picks up after you. Find love that knows the difference between peace and silence. Find love that doesn't question your need for pleasure, nor call your tears false or your pain manipulation. Love deceives not. Find love that nurses you when you are ill, not loves it when you are, so it can feel strong and bind you down further, and tell you that it's for your good after all that you lie flat and he stands tall. Find love that loves when you sing and sings along. Love that doesn't need intoxicants to know it's got a good thing going on. Find love that respects the ordinary, respects your mind, your heart, your body. Love isn't a luxury that you pay for. Find love that waters your roots. Love will not deracinate. If he says he's giving you a chance, don't believe him. You don't need one, you have always danced. He needs one, give him the one. Don't you give more than that. If the ashtrays are always full, yours to empty and the cigarettes his to smoke, make sure you can show this impostor the door. Your heart is not a floor. Love always empties the waste that it made. Love should have a parent that taught it to do that. Love should have outgrown its Oedipal mess. Find love that seduces you, not one that stalks you or stalls you. Love should want to hold your hand. Find love that swims with you, not tells you what you should be, good, bad wife or a jelly bean. Love should be skinny dipping with you in stormy seas. Find love whose kiss you can hear in your ears through a terrible day at work. Not one that expects that you text to stay in touch. Love cares for your safety, but it doesn't begrudge your freedom. Oh, and love will not make you draw the curtains. Find love that knows and loves the plain fact that you are hot. Love cannot tell you that it is a contradiction to be together and to want to be alone. In love, you can stand up tall while you lean left. That one's important. Love will not barge into your room when you're trying to shut the door. Love knows the word enough. Find love, for darling you must, that knows quite simply that no means no. Yes, in passion it may be born, but it is trust that is its cornerstone. If you're going to bed laughing, you know you have politically sound love. You have found love.